In the last lecture, we completed monosaccharides. Today we are going to start disaccharides. So give the title, disaccharides. So di indicates two. So these on hydrolysis gives two molecules of monosaccharides. Monosaccharides. And in this case, you have to learn in detail four disaccharides, 1, 2, 3, 4. The structure of sucrose, maltose, lactose, and cellobiose. So these four you have to be learned in detail. Now see, so I will start the point number 1, that is structure of sucrose. So give the title, structure of sucrose. See, our point is the disaccharides. Disaccharides are the molecules which on hydrolysis gives two molecules of monosaccharides. Now, the molecular formula for disaccharide is C12H22O11. In this case, two monosaccharide molecules are joined to each other by the COC linkage. It is called as glycoside linkage or ethyl linkage or acetate. Monoacetate will be formed there. Acetal linkage will be there. So this is the four important questions. 4 important points. Disaccharides, first point, disaccharides on hydrolysis gives the two molecules of monosaccharides. Second point, the monosaccharides are joined to each other by glycosidic linkage, that is called as the COC linkage. You have to be learn the 4 disaccharides, sucrose, maltose, lactose, and cellobiose. In this case, these are very, very important. So our first point is the structure of sucrose. First thing, it is disaccharide. Second important point, it has a molecular formula C12H22O11. Sucrose on hydrolysis, addition of water, you will get here C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6. One is a glucose and second is a fructose. In this case, this COC linkage or COC bond is present. The first is present C1 alpha carbon and this is present C2 of the fructose. C2 of the fructose, and that is known as C2 beta. So these are the points here. Now I will explain this in detail. Structure of sucrose. Sucrose is a disaccharide, molecular formula C12H22O11. Sucrose on hydrolysis gives glucose plus fructose. Now you have to learn the structure. So first draw the structure of this one. Alpha D glucopyranose. So I will first explain the term alpha D glucopyranose. This pyranose indicates 6-member ring containing oxygen. So you can draw the 6-member ring containing oxygen at the right hand side top. This is your 6-member ring. Oxygen on the right hand side top. Then you have to indicate the carbon numbers. I will give the hint to remember this structure. I'll give the carbon number. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your carbon number 6. Now see, in this case, this alpha indicates OH group at the top. This is the anomeric carbon. Remember that C1 is the anomeric carbon. When OH group is at the top side, it is called as a beta. So the name of this one is alpha D plus glucopyranose. Second hint, inside the ring OH group is present at the carbon number 3, therefore this will be hydrogen, this will be hydrogen. See here, as it is hydrogen, here must be OH, OH, H, OH, H. Here is the carbon number 6, CH2OH. So this is the structure of alpha D glucopyranose. Now see the second point here, I will explain this one. C2 beta. This indicates beta D fructofuranose. So I will explain the structure of beta D fructofuranose. The term furanose indicates 5-member ring containing oxygen. So this is a 5-member ring containing oxygen. Then you can do the numbering 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. This is your carbon number 1, 2, carbon number 1, 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6 will be present at the top. Now see here, I will explain. This is a beta. This beta indicate OH group on the right hand side, above side, and then here is the CH2OH. Then on the carbon number 3, OH group is inside, so I will write here OH, here hydrogen, then here carbon number 6, CH2OH, then here C here CH2OH, here H, here OH, and here H. So these are the structure of the beta D fructofuranose. So we completed 2 points here. The first point, alpha D glucopyranose and beta D fructofuranose. Now see, there is a C1C4 COC linkage. It is also called as ethereal linkage. It is also called as acetal bond. Acetal bond. Now see here, in this case, water molecule is removed from the carbon number 1 and carbon number 2. C2 is here, not 4, C2. You can easily remove the water molecule here. You can easily remove this one. And that will form sucrose. And see, when you will remove the water molecule, you will get the structure like this. And this COC linkage is known as glycosidic bond or linkage. So we completed the first point, structure of sucrose. So anyone has difficulty, structure of sucrose? Now this structure can also be written by the different way. You can also write by the another way. Immediately I will write that structure here, because the structure, this is sometimes the question can be asked on the structure. 6-member ring containing oxygen atom on the right hand side top. So immediately indicate here oxygen. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carbon number 6 is here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the inside there is OH group, hydrogen, hydrogen, OH, hydrogen, OH, hydrogen. Now see, it is alpha, therefore we can write here OH here, H here. Then he will do the reaction with beta D fructofuranose, carbon number 2, Now see the carbon number 2, you can also indicate in this way. This is carbon number 1, it is below, so you will take it above. CH2OH 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carbon number 6 is above, therefore you can take it below. CH2OH carbon number 6 hydrogen. Now see carbon number 2 OH group is here. Carbon number 3 OH group is here. H, OH, H. Now we can easily remove the water molecule here, and that will form the glycosidic linkage. You can represent this glycosidic linkage in this way between C1 and C2. This is your C1, this is your C2. You can represent in this way. You can also represent by the another way. In some textbook, this is given in this way. So this structure and this structure is same. Now we are going to learn here next structure, that is the structure of maltose. So do the title, second point, structure of maltose. It is a disaccharide. It has molecular formula C12H22O11. This on hydrolysis gives the 2 molecules of glucose, which has the formula C6H12O6. In this case, C1C4 alpha bond is present here. C1 alpha, C4 alpha, COC bond or linkage is joined. So these are the important points here. Now see the structure here. It gives the 2 molecules of glucose. So first draw the structure of alpha D plus glucopyranose. 2 molecules you have to draw here, alpha D glucopyranose. See, first draw the 6-member ring. Indicate the oxygen atom at the right hand side top. Then indicate the oxygen atoms here as 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carbon number 6 is here. That is carbon number 6 is a CH2OH group. Now we want alpha, therefore OH group is below, must be here. Therefore hydrogen must be here. Then inside the carbon number 3 OH group is here, therefore hydrogen must be here. Hydrogen, OH, OH, H, H. So this is the, also draw the second structure of the alpha D glucopyranose. Same thing here, 6-member ring containing oxygen atom at the right hand side top. Identical structure you have to draw here, first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Give the numbering 1 to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carbon number 6 is the CH2OH group. Now I was given the hint, in this case the OH group at the carbon number 3, OH, H, H. We want alpha, therefore OH group must be here, hydrogen must be here. This is your anomeric carbon. C1 is the anomeric carbon. Now CH, therefore OH must be here. OH, therefore must be here. Here is the OH and H. Now see here, In this case, you can form the glycosidic linkage in this way. You can remove the water molecule H2O. So you can indicate by this way. There are the two ways. You can indicate this common oxygen atom in this way, or you can also indicate by this way. Both are the correct way. So generally this is represented like this, and this COC linkage is known as glycosidic linkage. Glycosidic linkage, or it is also called as a but remember that this is not the CH2 point, this is not the CH2 point. So we learn this, the structure of maltose here. Now we are going to learn the structure of lactose. So give the title, structure of lactose. It is again disaccharide. It has a molecular formula C12H22O11. On hydrolysis, it gives one molecule of glucose and one molecule of galactose. Both have the same molecular formula C6H12. These are the position isomers. Now see, in this case, the linkage will be present in this case. C1 of beta D glucopyranose is linked with C4 of beta D glucopyranose. C1 of beta D galactopyranose. Here is the galactopyranose. In this case, C1 of galactopyranose is joined to the C4 of beta D glucopyranose. So first draw the structure of the galactopyranose. 6-member ring containing oxygen atom at the top. So you have to draw the structure of beta D galactopyranose. Pyranose indicates 6-member ring containing oxygen atom. So draw the oxygen atom here. Give the numbering. This is your anomeric carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the 6. Then indicate the position of this carbon number 6, that is the CH2OH. This is your carbon number 6. In this case, OH group is present inside the ring, therefore remaining hydrogen atoms must be here. This beta indicates the OH group must be at the top. The OH group must be at the top. Now this galactose indicates on the OH, carbon number OH group is here. Now see the remaining structure. Here must be OH group, here must be hydrogen, here must be hydrogen. Now structure is completed. Now also draw the structure of beta D glucopyranose. Now see, we can draw in the reverse direction. In this case, we will take here the mirror image of that one. Here is the oxygen. Now we will start the carbon number 1 here. 1, this is your anomeric carbon. 2, 3, 4, 5, and CH2OH. This is carbon number 6. So inside this case, the carbon number 3 is here inside the ring. Hydrogen must be here, hydrogen must be here, therefore OH, here H. Now see, in this case, carbon number 4 OH group is at the top, H. You can easily remove the water molecule here and you will get here COC glycosidic linkage, and that will become a structure of, this is the structure of beta D glucopyranose. Anyone has difficulty? So you can indicate this one in this way. This is your, here anomeric carbon is C1, it is not the anomeric carbon. This is your anomeric carbon. Beta is there, therefore OH must be above. So in this case it will come below OH and H. Reverse thing is there. So this is the structure of, take the revision of the structure of lactose. Lactose is a disaccharide. It is C12H22O11. Other important point here, this is a milk sugar. It is present in the milk, therefore it is called as the milk sugar. So we completed structure of lactose. Now we are going to start a structure of celobiotes. So give the title, structure of celobiotes. Structure of celobiotes. Again, it is a disaccharide. It has a molecular formula C12H22O11. On hydrolysis, it gives 2 molecules of glucose. When you will do the hydrolysis, you will get here 2 molecules of glucose. The bond will be present here. C1, C4, beta glycosidic linkage or bond will be present there. C1, C4, beta. Now you can easily start the structure here. Structure of the celobiote. So draw the 6-member ring containing oxygen atom at the right hand side top. This is your anomeric carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CH2OH. We want here beta. Beta indicates OH group is at the top. So you can indicate the OH group at the top. So this is a hydrogen. This is hydrogen. OH, OH, hydrogen, OH, H, H. So this is the structure of beta D glucopyranose. So give the title here, beta D glucopyranose. Also draw the second structure of beta D glucopyranose. But remember that in C4 group is OH, this is above, so you have to draw in the inverted direction. In the inverted direction. So see here, this is your oxygen here. This is your carbon number 1, 2. This is your anomeric carbon. 3, 4, 5 and 6. 3, 4, 5 and 6. See here, CX2 group is at the B2, 6. So on the carbon number 3, OH, H, H. So here must be OH, here must be OH, again OH and H. You can easily remove the water molecule and therefore you will get here glycosidic linkage. So we completed the point disaccharides. Now we are going to start here polysaccharides. Now see here what we learned up to this point. We completed monosaccharides. First thing, we completed monosaccharides. What we learned up to this point. Monosaccharides. In this case, we learn the two things. One is the glucose and second is fructose. In glucose, we learn here introduction of the glucose, then open chain structure, then cyclic structure, also preparation of the glucose by the two methods. One is a laboratory method and second is the industrial method. In fructose, we learn here the cyclic structure of the fructose. Then we started the point disaccharides. In disaccharides, we learn the four disaccharides. One is the sucrose, second is maltose, third is the lactose, and fourth is the cellobiose. Take the brief revision here. In glucose, there is C1C4 alpha acidic linkage. Here linkage is C2 C1 C2 alpha glycosidic linkage, alpha beta glycosidic linkage. In this case, C1 C4 alpha linkage. In this case, this is alpha, this is a beta. Second case, we can learn here in lactose, C1 C4 beta linkage. In both cases, we learn here. In this case, again C1 C4 beta glycosidic linkage, C1 C4. But remember that it will give glucose plus fructose. It will give here two molecules of glucose, here one molecule of glucose and another molecule of galactose. In this case, two molecules of glucose. So these are the points here. Now we are going to start here the next point, that is the polysaccharides. So give the title polysaccharides. Now we are going to learn here polysaccharides. Polysaccharides have general molecular formula C6H10O5N. These on hydrolysis gives large number of monosaccharides. Which may be same or different, which may be same or different. So this is the point here, polysaccharides. In polysaccharides, these are all monosaccharides are joined by glycosidic linkage. These are joined by glycosidic linkage. Now we have to learn here the examples here in detail. First is a starch, second is a cellulose, and third one is a glycogen. So these you have to be learned in detail. So three important points here. Molecular formula C6H10O5N10, which on hydrolysis gives large number of monosaccharide molecules which may be same or different. So this is the important point. They may be same or different. All the monosaccharides are linked or joined by the glycosidic linkage. It is shortly denoted as COC linkage. You have to learn in detail the examples starch, cellulose as well as glycogen. So our first point will become structure of starch. So give the title structure of starch. Structure of starch. So first point will become it is a polysaccharide having molecular formula C10 C6 H10 O5 N time. Second important question, it is important part or constitute of our diet. It is found in grains, cereals, corn and potatoes, etc. Fourth important question, starch on hydrolysis gives glycogen, amylose and amylopectin, amylose and amylopectin. Now see, amylose is present 20% in, it is present 80%. This is a water soluble, this is a water insoluble, this is water insoluble. Therefore, as the water insoluble part is higher, so totally starch will become water insoluble. So remember that starch is a water insoluble. So separately you have to be learn here the structure of the cell, amylose and amylopectin. Now give the point here, structure of amylose. Structure of amylose. In the structure of amylose, we have to be learn in detail. Structure of amylose, we have to be learn in detail. It contains 200 to 1000 molecules of alpha D glucopyranose. Second thing, they are joined with the C1 C4 alpha linkage, that is the COC linkage. So these are the important 2 points here. So see, amylose is present to 20% of the starch. It is a water soluble. These are the 2 important points. This contains 200 to 1000 molecules of alpha D glucopyranose. C1 C4 alpha linkage will be present, and therefore now I will explain the structure of this one. So first, you remember the only one point, C1 C4, C1 C4 alpha D glucopyranose. This important term you have to see. The pyranose indicates large number of, that is a 6-member ring containing oxygen atom at the right hand side top. So you can draw here. This is your anomeric carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, CH2OH carbon number 6. I was given the hint here, alpha indicates on the anomeric carbon OH group is below, therefore OH group is below. Second hint I was given here, in the glucopyranose OH group is inside here, therefore here must be hydrogen, hydrogen. As here OH, here must be hydrogen, H, OH, OH, H, OH, H. Again, you can also draw the another structure of alpha D glucopyranose. This is alpha D glucopyranose. Again, you can also draw the second molecule of alpha D glucopyranose. See the 6-member ring containing oxygen atom at the top. This is your anomeric carbon 1. You can also indicate here carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, CH2OH 6 carbon atom. Now on inside there is only one alpha is there, therefore OH group is below. So here H, OH, H, again here H, OH and H. These are the two structures of the alpha D glucopyranose. Now see, there is a glycosidic linkage between these two, between C1 and C4. You can remove the water molecule and indicate the glycosidic linkage. Similarly, you can also indicate the glycosidic linkage here, dotted line here, number of alpha D. Similarly, you can also indicate the glycosidic linkage here, number of the molecules, and this linkage is called as COC linkage. So we completed the structure of amylose. Now structure of amylopectin. So give the title structure of amylopectin. Structure of amylopectin. See here it is present 80% in the starch. It is water insoluble. See here, in this case you have to remember the 2 points. The first point is that there is a C1 C4 alpha linkage and branching will be present at C1 C6 of the another units. So these are the important points here. So see the point, structure of amylopectin. Amylopectin is the part of the protein. It is present 80% in starch. It is water insoluble. Therefore, overall starch will become water insoluble. Amylopectin is a branched polymer or branched carbohydrate. In this case, branching will be present between C1 C6 alpha glycosidic linkage. Actually, it contains the code C1 C4 alpha. So this I will indicate here. Again, I will show the branching here. So this is the structure here, and see the branching will be here. Branching will be take place at the carbon number 1. So I will indicate here COC branching is here. Here is the OH because it is alpha, carbon number 1. Oh, C6 is here, not C1. You want here C6 branching. Though I will write here the branching between the C1, C6. The C6 can be written as here O, and then CH2, and then here carbon number 6, oxygen. This is your carbon number 6. This is your anomeric carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. OH group is here, hydrogen is here, OH, H, then OH, H, OH, H. Again, you can show the linkage between this one and this one. Therefore, this indicates the branching between C1, C6. So this is the structure of the amylopectin. Now we are going to start here the next point, structure of cellulose. So give the title, structure of cellulose. first important point, cellulose is a polysaccharide having molecular formula C6H10O5 N-time. On hydrolysis it gives N molecule of glucose which has the molecular formula C6H12O6. Second thing, it is the main part of plant structure. It is the main part of the plant structure. Second thing, it is an unbranched polymer. Unbranched polymer. It contains beta D glucopyranose ring between C1 and C4. So these are shortly denoted as beta D C1 C4. This is the important part. Large cellulose molecules called as microbiophiles. Microbiophiles. So see the structure of the cellulose. Next important point, structure. First draw the structure of pyranose. So this is the structure of pyranose. 6-member ring containing oxygen atom. Carbon number 1 is the anomeric carbon. Indicate the carbon number 6 at the left hand side top. This is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now beta indicates OH group is at the top. So beta D glucopyranose OH group inside ring on the carbon number 3. Therefore here OH, here OH, here OH and here H. So see in this case C1 C4 alpha linkage will be present here. C1 C4 alpha linkage will be present here. So hydrogen atom must be here. So you have to draw the C4 and see here on the C4 OH group is here. So you have to draw at the some top side. So you have to draw at the top side containing 6-member ring oxygen atom. Same structure you have to draw here. This is your carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, CH2OH, carbon number 6, again OH, H, OH, H, H, OH, OH. On the carbon number 3 OH group is here. Here is the hydrogen, OH and hydrogen. You can easily remove the water molecule here, H2O. And so you will get the glycosidic linkage between C1 and C4. C1 and C4. This is the glycosidic linkage. Similarly, you can also show here. So number of the compounds you can calculate here. So C1 can also write here. It will be present here. Polysaccharide. C4 you can also write here. Oxygen polysaccharide. Number of molecules. So this is unbranched molecule. Take the brief revision of the cellulose. It is a polysaccharide. Molecular formula C10, C6H10O5 N-time. Hydrolysis gives a large number of the glucose molecule. It is a main part of the plant structure. It is an unbranched polymer. Glycosidic linkage will be present C1, C4, beta. This is explained here. So we completed the point, that is the cellulose. Now next point is the structure of glycogen. So give the title, structure of glycogen. So there is no particular structure of the glycogen in your textbook or in your syllabus because it is a highly branched polymer. It is highly branched polymer. It is also known as animal starch because it is stored in animal in the form of the glucose or glycose. Glycogen is also known as instant source of energy. It is stored in liver and muscles. So we completed the point carbohydrates. In the next lecture we will start the point proteins, because in this case you have to learn the 7 points. 7 points. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. C P E L H V N. We completed C, that is the carbohydrates. In the next lectures I will start here proteins, enzymes, lipids, hormones, vitamins and nucleic acids step by step. But remember that when you will compare the topic biomolecules, the carbohydrates and proteins are the only two important parts. Enzymes, lipids, hormones, vitamins and nucleic acids are not so much important. Maximum syllabus is on these 2 points. So I will start in the next lecture, that is okay. Thank you.